Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depends where you're calling from. And you're hearing my phone chime more than one, but that's because I haven't reset it. It'll be okay in about 2 weeks, and it'll be back to normal again. I'm an hour off, so I'm more off than that. But good morning. This is Ralph Wakeman at Shenandoah SewandVac, and I'm glad you joined me today, either live or not live, which is mostly not live. Well, not live on the show. Not that you're not alive. That doesn't sound good. So today I'm way behind with a lot of my thoughts and things. I'm doing paperwork and things, and so it's kind of crazy. I'll I'll leave the phone in my ear. No, I'll take the phone out of my ear, and I will set up my phone so it'll be in live mode, where if you call me, I will answer it and talk to you and answer your sewing machine questions, vacuum cleaner questions, lamp questions, KitchenAid mixer questions, small appliances, sort of. I'll answer those. Those I'll answer on the air, because it's not worth you to bring in a lot of these small appliances for me to fix, because they cost so much to get fixed. Did I just say that? Anyway, it's easier for you sometimes to either do it yourself or just say good night, Gracie, to them. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth here. All right, just went beep beep. All right, so this morning, I hope you all have had a good week. I was so far this week I've worked on my paperwork from the store at home. I have also helped make apple butter for the community club up on the mountain. And people say it's the best apple butter out there. Now, I'm not going to say that it is, because I'm not a connoisseur of apple butter. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. And we've been making it for a long time up on the mountain. But it's got mountain air in the can. So you open that up and go sniff it, all that cinnamon, and the mountain air will just do something for you. At least I think it should do something for you. Okay. So, I've been doing that. I was on the ham radio group. I don't know if I mentioned that last week when I was on the ham radio group. I checked in, and then before they called on me to give a report, I fell asleep. So, that's the way life is. I'm getting older, and I fall asleep easier. All right, back to now, sewing machines, vacuum cleaners, and all things small appliance. I want to talk about vacuum filtration today. I think last week I talked a little bit about the bagless vacuum cleaner and how the dirt spins around inside and supposed to separate it from the air so that your air comes out clean. Not quite so good, but they do have extra filters they put on to help stop the dirt from getting into the air. But back in the olden days, back before the robots and things came out, they made vacuum cleaners to work in different ways. There were two different ways that vacuums work. One was called direct air, and that's where the dirt comes in, hits a fan, blows up into the bag. Hoover was probably one of the first ones, most popular ones in America. There were all kinds. There was Airway, there's Eureka, Kirby, Royal, all these different companies made upright vacuum cleaners. Usually it's upright vacuum cleaners that blow the air into the bag with this little impeller fan type thing. And the problem with that is all the dirt hits the fan. Okay, so when all the dirt hits the fan, it can cause a problem, because big objects like rocks or nails or whatever can hit the fan and break the fan, and then it doesn't work anymore until you change the fan out. There was one vacuum cleaner that took both systems, and the other system, I'm going to talk about that first. The other system is suction type vacuum cleaners, where the dirt is sucked into the vacuum cleaner, goes through the hose into the tank, and it is stopped by, usually, it was a bag. And the air would go through the bag and get stuck. The dirt would get stuck in the bag. That's how it worked. Dirt would get stuck in the bag. Where with the upright or the bypass or the direct air would blow the air from the floor through that fan, bam, shoot it up into the bag. And the bag was still the same kind of thing, a cloth bag. back in the olden days, you'd have to take this bag outside and shake it out and get all the dirt out of it. Well, then some guy, I don't know his name, it's probably in a book somewhere, got the crazy idea of taking this, a paper bag, and sticking it inside of the cloth bag. So they would both filter the air a little bit. The paper bag not so much, but a big dirt would get trapped in there. All you do is take this out and throw it away. And all you had was this bag left. And you could use water to wash this bag up a little bit. And back again, it's back to being almost as good as new. Not quite, but almost as good as new. Well then, after that, came the paper bag. They got rid of the cloth completely and went to a paper bag. 1952, Singer did that with this style bag. I just thought of that as I was talking to y'all. All right, this style bag. This bag is a paper bag that the dirt, pop this little thing here, pops this open. So the dirt goes in this rubber gasket area here and then gets stopped, hopefully, by the bag. Now, it can get stopped by multiple layers. And I want to cut this up here and show you. This bag is called a 4-ply bag. And this is the kind that I sell. It says 2-fit Electrolux. It's not genuine. Okay? It's a generic. And the reason I like it is because I can't find any difference between it and the genuine. So I'm going to open this up here and hold on to your hats now. But look in here. There are multiple bags inside the paper bag. There are multiple bags there. What a deal. Well, the reason that is because each layer gets a little bit thicker. So that what happens is the top ply, the inside ply, this little white ply, captures some of the dirt. And then there are multiple plies after that. I got another one here. Let me show you. It captures some of the smaller dirt. And then you've got the outside ply, which catches the smallest of the dirt. Yeah, so all these bags were very good at trapping dirt on the vacuum cleaners. And you will notice on the older Electroluxes, I think this is where we were afraid we were going to die from dirt, they didn't have an exhaust filter. Some of them did. Actually, I'm not talking true. Where they had an exhaust filter built inside, you didn't really see it. And those filters just trapped whatever dirt went past all these filters, which wasn't very much. They didn't need to be changed very often. Then, now we've come out with a 3M company made a bag that is actually made out of a type of cloth. You can scrunch it up. And back during the epidemic we had a couple years ago, supposedly, anyway, this epidemic we had a couple years ago, this was a type of material they made masks out of. And they were very, very good quality masks. And the hospitals would use them. They would use them in surgeries and stuff. They made them out of this material, not out of the bag. Although I had some customers that would come and buy these bags from me to cut them up and make a mask out of them. Hold on. I've got a call on my phone here. Let's find out if it's a human or robot. Where'd it go? Here it is. Good morning, Shenandoah SewandVac. You're live and on the air with Shenandoah SewandVac Live. How can I help you? Yes, how can I help you?
I just wanted to check to see if you were open. I've done something to one of my vacuum cleaners, and
Did you do it on purpose or in anger?
Huh?
Did you do it on purpose or in anger?
Well, I was vacuuming in the garage. I think I sucked up. I've checked every single hose. There's nothing stopped up, but the motor's getting warm, and it's not a fancy one, but it's not old either. So I don't know what I've done.
Well, hopefully you didn't buy it from me, and I'll help you out. No, I'm joking.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were there. So
I'm questioning if I'm here too, but I'm supposed to be here from 10 till 4 today, and then tomorrow 10 to 4. Okay?
10 to 4. Okay, great. I'll probably stop by tomorrow then. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great day. And say goodbye to the audience here of nobody watching me right this minute. Oh, wait a minute. I do have somebody watching me. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Picked up something she shouldn't have, I guess. All right. So back to this. These materials are very, very good quality cloth material. They're very expensive. Well, compared to my other bags, they're very expensive. But if you're allergic to things, these will help cut out the allergen from getting to you. And I used to joke, this one has a little piece of tape that goes over the door to keep the dirt from getting in. I said, then you can use them as pillows when you're done. Don't try it. It probably would still stink a little bit. Smells do come through the bag. All right, so any questions? Any questions about vacuum cleaner filters and bags? I didn't talk about filters, but I'll tell you why later, because they're very different. We'll do that some other time. All righty, no questions there. By the way, all of you ones that are watching, if you want to call me with a question, please do so. The number is right there on my YouTube channel. And on Facebook, you just have to know it's 540-459-1888. That's my phone number here. The year that the Washington Monument was built. Just a little fact. And also Jack the Ripper, if you really want to get into the dark things. Okay, now sewing machines. I wanted to talk a little bit about sewing machines. I had a sewing machine that gave me a problem here the other day. And no, I don't have it written down. All right. Had a customer just come in today, and they were having problems with little loops under their fabric. They couldn't figure it out. They thought the machine was broken. They didn't think it was working at all, and they thought they might need to buy another sewing machine. I said, no, you don't. All you need to do is turn the number dial up on your tension. You need a little more tension in your life. I know you think, man, I got enough tension as it is, but sometimes you need just a little bit more. And on that lady's sewing machine, she had her number set at number 4 for when she was using regular thread. She was not using regular thread. I caught that when I pulled on the thread, and it was real stiff. I said, this is not sewing thread. She says, well, it says it's outdoor thread. She was using it on some seat cushions for some lawn furniture. I said, okay, so if you're going to use it on your sewing machine, you have to readjust some things. And that can get hairy at times, but it can be done. We turned it up to 7, from 4 to 7, and the tension started looking good for her. So remember, if you're using non-regular sewing machine thread, like I have some customers come in sometimes, and what are they doing? They're using hand quilting thread on their sewing machine. They only saw the word quilting, and I lost my one customer. I'm so excited today. They saw the phrase quilting on there, and they thought, well, it'll work for quilts. Well, only if you're going to hand sew it. It's too thick for regular sewing machine sewing. Unless you do some adjustments, you can do that, but I don't suggest it. I'd suggest you use regular dual duty thread or specialty threads that are made for sewing machines. Do not use regular thread that says hand quilting or buttonhole thread. Those kind of things are really too heavy to run through a machine without adjustments being made, or make it in a commercial type of machine. All right. Any other questions about sewing machines today? I don't hear anybody. All right. Sorry about that. You've missed out on that part. No, you can call anytime you want about that kind of stuff. All right. Number 3, lamps. I had a lady making comments about this lamp I have right here, this thing here, which is on. I don't know why Facebook makes it look weird. Maybe it'll work. I'll turn it off here a second. Flip the switch. Okay, this bulb is a LED bulb that is equal to 100 watts. I think it's 100. It could be 60. 60 watts of electricity. Now, there's a difference. If you go to the store, most of the stores will have LED light bulbs that look like normal light bulbs that say they only use like 9 watts of electricity. Big savings on your electric bill, okay? When you have those things on, you're using, well, a normal light bulb is 100 watts. A normal LED light bulb that produces 100 watts of light is only 9 watts. So a lot of energy savings there. You can save a lot of money on your electric bill by doing that. Well, this light bulb here is made for garages and basements. I use it here at the store for my light to shine on what I'm working on. And sometimes shining behind me too. But today the sun's shining pretty bright out there. This light says it's a 60-watt light bulb, okay? But the light it produces is much more than a regular 60-watt light bulb. But it is using 60 watts of electricity. So you're not going to save a lot of money on electric using this one because it has so many lights in it and stuff, makes it so bright. But it's going to be much brighter than a 100-watt light bulb, or even probably a 200-watt light bulb. This light bulb is very, very bright, and I like it because it's very, very white too. Some people think it's harsh, but when you're working on things, you got to be harsh sometimes when you're working on stuff. All right, screwing that bulb back in. Turn it back on. Okay, so that's back on again. Alrighty, any questions about light bulbs? Nope. I will tell you that if you do some research, you will realize that light bulbs are supposed to have a life to them. They're only supposed to last so many hours. They're designed that way on purpose because they could make light bulbs last a lot longer. Matter of fact, there's one light bulb in a firehouse somewhere up in north that has been going for over 100 years. Never been turned off, I guess, unless the power goes off. Okay, so light bulbs could last longer, but light bulb industry, has set that they need to make the light bulbs only last so long. I joke with people about my sewing machines that I work on that they have a timer inside that will go off after so long, so they have to bring it back to see me. That's not true. I don't do that. I don't want to do that. I think that companies should be able to make machines that last forever. And then once they get done with selling all of them they can, then they start making something new that lasts forever. Thank you very much, sir. You have a pleasant day. It was a mailman. Yep, it was a mailman. Yep. Okay, gotta be careful. Don't wanna say the wrong things. Alrighty. So I'm back to I was talking about lamps. Small appliances are the same way. Different TVs and things have systems in them so they will not last so long, and they will eventually break on purpose. Not good. I don't think that's a good thing. I think we should try to make things to last as long as possible. That way you can keep making something better the next time. You might make a car that lasts forever, but it doesn't have a special stereo system. Oh, well, let's go buy that car because I like a new stereo system. You know, that kind of thing. Instead of just saying, oh, the car broke. No, make it so it lasts forever. Same way with sewing machines. The old sewing machines were made to last 100 years of use. Some of the metal would wear and stuff. They couldn't do anything about that. But nowadays, machines are made to last 3 to 5 years of use. Very, very sad. I don't like that. But all right. Anything else? I was going to talk about small appliances. I can't think of anything except that I have a juicer that the motor on that thing is this big juicer, and it's supposed to take any kind of fruit or vegetables or whatever you put in there and grind it to a pulp. And I tell you, it does a really good job. Matter of fact, this is lunch. My wife made this for me. My beloved made this for me. It is. It's got some sweet potato and some apples, and I don't know what else is in there, but it has that. And it's not too bad. I see. I have a customer again. Good morning. If you want to call, please call. Ask me questions. I'm on a juice diet right now, and hopefully we'll be done in about 10 days. And you'll see so much difference in me. Not really, but, you know, there we go. All right. One more comment, and then it's 20 minutes today. If nobody calls me and asks me any questions, I'm going to end this today because I didn't take time, and I'll use that phrase, I didn't take time to prepare. Ooh, yes. Oh, on sewing machines also, I was just going to mention that on tensions and things, also needles matter too. And I have these books here at my store. They are free. At least they are from me. They do have a price on the back, but you come in here and I'll give you one for free. Just ask for the needle book. And I have them here. And the ABC Pocket Guide to Needles. All right. I hope you get the point. Okay. Anything else? All right. I've been on about 20 minutes now. I'm going to give you my little thought for the day. And it's very interesting that there are so many people that got a little perturbed that the lady whose husband died because of a person shooting them, said she forgave them. And people went, what? That's crazy. What in the world? You know, many of you go to church, and every Sunday in your church, you say the Lord's Prayer. I'm not going to quote it all because I'll get it wrong. But in the Lord's Prayer, there is a phrase in there that says, forgive us our debts or our sins as we forgive those that trespass or sin against us. It's right there. And you're saying it every Sunday if you're in a church that does that kind of thing. And yet they were amazed. And even some of our leadership in our country is amazed that people can forgive. It's kind of commanded, and we say it every Sunday. Forgive us as we forgive others. That's kind of scary. If we don't forgive others, what's that mean? Alrighty, that's the end of my phrases today, and in my little talk. And I'd really like to talk more about vacuum cleaners, sewing machines, and lamps if you have any questions. But if you don't, I'm going to have to sign off here. And if you're watching live, send me a note. Oh, I do have one on Facebook and one on YouTube. A double whammy. That's great. So please call or leave a message. I have to put my glasses on though. Let me look, see if I've got any messages here from anybody. Nope, I don't have anybody on there. So sorry you had to see me so close. It's scary. Alrighty. So this is Ralph Wakeman at Shenandoah SewandVac. I'll be back next week at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and hopefully I'll do a better job than I did today. Oh, one more thing. I've got this behind me here. Let me show you this. This is a sewing machine. I'm in the way. Move the chair. Thank you. I'm by myself, by the way. I'm talking to myself. This machine here is a Chinese-made leather-working sewing machine. Do not buy this. They come, almost all of them come broken in some way or another. And this gentleman, very nice man, I'm not going to tell you who because he's really nice and I don't want to say that this is a bad thing. But I hate that I have to fix his machine that he bought brand new, out of the box. So anyway, do not buy one of these unless you know how to fix sewing machines. And you have to know how to fix it better than me. Because this is the kind of thing. But it sews leather. You can buy these used as Singer machines. They're pretty expensive, but they're well made. The Singers from the 1900s were well made. These are new Chinese clones. Not so good. Not so good. And I think I've got it working, but I've got to get some parts. It came broken, so I had to fix it. Alrighty. I just got done talking about things lasting forever. All right. All right. We'll talk to you all later. Thank you for watching, those two of you that are showing up here on my screen. And those that are watching later. That is just great. Thank you. Give me some suggestions of things to talk about. Because I could talk about, well, I could talk about anything. But I could talk, with some sense, I could talk about sewing machines, vacuum cleaners, lamps, and small appliances. Lamps. All righty. Thank you all. I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook people first. Not that I don't like you, but on Facebook, the story will go away in 30 days, which might be a good thing. But on YouTube, I will put it on there permanently so you can watch it later if you're not watching now. Or if you are watching now. All right. All right. See you guys. Goodbye, Facebook. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. All right. They're done. All right, now, let's see. I want to say I'm done. I'm not going to turn it into a reel. I'll do that later. Okay. You guys on YouTube, please give me some suggestions. Oh, someone's pulling in. I've got a live customer, and I'm not going to make them endure being on the air. So thank you for watching. I will talk to you all later. Send me suggestions of things to talk about. We'll talk to you later. Wow, that guy likes my truck. Say goodnight, Gracie. All right, good night. All right. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
No, don't you go away yet. I want to keep this. Okay. All right. All right, it's got a few seconds left.
Okay.
All right. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night.